Hi students, welcome back to Google Classroom Sri Gokulam Public School, Guruvayur. How are you children? Hope you all are fine over there. In the previous class, we have discussed an important term, genealogies and a famous ruler of Gupta dynasty, that is Harshvardhana. Hope you will learn that portions. Then today, at first we will discuss about Chalukyas and Pallavas dynasty. During that time, Chalukyas and Pallavas were most important ruling dynasties in South India.
And the kingdom of Pallavas spread from the region around their capital Kanchipuram to the Kaveri Delta, while the kingdom of Chalukyas was centered around the Raichur Doab. Then children, do you know where is Raichur Doab? It lies between the rivers Krishna and Tungabhadra. Then let's discuss the capital cities of both the kingdoms. Pallava's capital city was Kanchipuram and Chalukya's capital city was Aihole, and both were very prosperous cities. Aihole was an important trading center and it was also a religious center with many temples. Besides, the Pallavas and Chalukyas frequently raided each other's lands, and they especially attacked each other's capital cities and tried to increase their wealth. Then we already discussed that Pulakshin too was very important ruler in Chalukya's dynasty, and we know about him from a Prashasti. The Prashasti was composed by his court poet Ravikirti, and this Prashasti tells us about Pulakshin's ancestors and also help us to know that Pulakshin got the kingdom from his uncle. Besides, this Prashasti also gives information about the conquest of Pulakshin too. According to the Prashasti, Pulakshin led expeditions along both the west coast and east coast, and he also defeated the king Harshvardhana. And there is an interesting play of words in the poem. Harsha means happiness. The poet says that after this defeat, Harsha was no longer happy. And Pulakshin too also attacked the Pallava king, who took shelter behind the walls of Kanchipuram. Then we already discussed that Kanchipuram was the capital city of the Pallavas. But the Chalukyas' victory was very short-lived. And at the end, the new rulers of the Rashtrakuta and Chola dynasties emerged in South India. Then, now let's discuss how were these kingdoms administrated. Before that, you have to know what did not change from earlier kingdoms. The land revenue was still important for the rulers, and the village was still the basic unit of administration. But what changes happened? Kings took many steps to win the support of powerful men. And these powerful men have what kind of part? Economic, social, political and military. Then what steps were taken to win over powerful men? The main steps are, the first one is hereditary post, and second one is more than one post for one person. And the third one is important men had a say in local administration. So let's discuss each of these steps in detail. First one is hereditary post. In this policy, we can see some important posts were now hereditary. Hereditary means passed on from parent to child. So the kings made some important posts hereditary. For example, the poet Harishena. We already discussed that the poet Harishena wrote Samudragupta's Prashasti. And Harishena was a Mahadand Nayaka or chief judicial officer like his father. His father was also the chief judicial officer. After that, Harishena inherited this post. And the second policy is that more than one post for one person. That means sometimes one person held many officers. For a better understanding, let's take Harishana as an example. Besides being a Mahadant Nayaka or Chief Judicial Officer, Harishana was also a Kumar Amatya, that means important minister, and a Sandhi Vigrahiga, that means a minister of war and peace. And the third step is that important men had a say in local administration. And these include the Nagara Shreshti, that means chief banker or merchant of the city. And the next one is the Sartavaha, that means the leader of the merchant caravans. And the next one is Pradama Kuliga, that means the head or chief of the craftsmen. And the next one is the head of Kayastas, that means scribes. So, these are the three main steps or policies adopted by kings to win the support of men who were powerful. Then, what were the effect of these policies? These policies were reasonably effective, but later some of these powerful men grew strong enough to set up their own independent kingdoms. These are the main advantages and limitations of these policies.
So students, I hope all of you understood the concept clearly. And please note that the related URLs, notes of the lesson and test paper are also attached along with the class. Make use of these available materials. Study well and attend the test paper without fail. That's all for today. Thank you.